News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, a female shooting suspect has been arrested, and police are dispatched for a report of an unconscious man. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
At least one person is taken into custody following a shooting investigation. It's Thursday, June 13th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. This just in, police and medics have been dispatched to a business on Mesquite Avenue for a report of an individual who was trapped underneath a dump truck. He has since been extricated and transported to Desert View Hospital. His injuries are unknown at this time. We'll have more on the story on tomorrow night's broadcast. Well, police executed a search warrant issued by the Pahrump Justice Court for a female they say is responsible for the shooting late last month.
Patrol members be advised.
According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office, the Pahrump Justice Court issued the warrant for Cheyenne Garnett. She was arrested for attempted murder, battery with substantial bodily harm, and discharging a gun within a structure. It all began on May 28th around 9 p.m. when deputies were dispatched to a report of a shooting on Bronco Street here in Pahrump. Upon arrival, they say that 4 individuals fled the scene. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene, and Mercy Air was dispatched to transport one male victim with a gunshot wound to his stomach. Police say that the victims and other individuals on scene were uncooperative at the time. During the investigation, Garnett was identified as possibly being the shooter in this case. It's unclear at this time how many other individuals were connected to this crime or have been arrested. Police originally reported this as an accidental shooting. The details of the case have not been released by the Nye County Sheriff's Office as of news time today. A well-known doctor has been arrested once again, this time when he reportedly didn't show up to drop off his child. Adam Hadlin has been arrested for child abuse or neglect. Hadlin is also known as Dr. Adam Quincy Hadlin from Vegas Valley Equine, a well-respected equine veterinarian here in the Pahrump Valley. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office declaration of arrest, deputies were dispatched to his residence on Turner Boulevard in reference to an overdose. The reporting party stated that she had found Hadlin face down and unresponsive. She also further stated that the male regained consciousness and then began throwing up. Upon arrival, deputies made contact with a male and female. One was identified as Adam Hadlin. Police say that he appeared to be highly intoxicated at that time. He had slurred speech, bloodshot, watery eyes, and had a strong odor of alcoholic beverage coming from his person. Hadlin allegedly told police that he had 4 whiskeys and cokes. He said he did not remember what happened and refused medical treatment. The female stated that it was time for her to pick up her son at the gas station and noticed that Adam was not there. She attempted to call him several times and then went to his residence. That's when she found him unconscious on the floor. She said that her son stated that Adam had been that way for the past week. Deputies noticed that there was fresh vomit on the floor, pill bottles all over the counter, and the house was considerably hot for the time of day for a child to be in. The Department of Child and Family Services was contacted and were coming out to open a case. During the DCFS interview, police say that the child had stated that they had only eaten a piece of bread for breakfast and lunch and that they had bread for dinner the night prior. Law enforcement states that the father said he wasn't sure what they ate. During further investigation, police say that there have been numerous temporary protection orders, welfare checks, and child abuse and DCFS cases from this residence for the same circumstances. In fact, in 2016, deputies were dispatched to the same home in reference to a child wandering outside at night. They learned about this incident when the child showed his mom on FaceTime a video that his father was unconscious. The mother called police to check on the child, and that's when they found him outside. They said that Hadlin at that time was allegedly under the influence of prescription drugs and alcohol. Hadlin was arrested for child endangerment at that time. Deputies placed Dr. Hadlin under arrest, and he was transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Mortgage loans are on the rise. That and more in today's Business First Brief.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, it's looking less likely the Fed will cut rates at its policy meeting next week. Federal Reserve officials closely watch for inflation in the economy. The latest read of CPI shows the consumer price index slipped 2% in May from 2.1% in April. Mortgage rates around 4% are driving more people to submit for mortgage applications. Applications surged 26% recently. Refinancing jumped a stunning 47%. Thousands of senior citizens are coming close to losing their homes. USA Today reports nearly 100,000 Americans took out reverse mortgages following the financial crisis, and now many are facing foreclosure. General Motors is set to invest close to $150 million in Flint to ramp up production of heavy-duty trucks.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. When we return, news from the Board of County Commissioners.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, the Director of Public Works, Timothy Dahl, is hoping to acquire a new piece of road repair equipment.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, Public Works Director Tim Dahl gave his road report, which listed the general maintenance, patching, and sweeping of our roads. Commissioner Cox stated that she had no complaints. However, she had a request from a citizen asking that they check the potholes on Basin Avenue between Barney and Leslie Streets. She also states that all other pothole requests she had were filled. Commissioner Strickland asks if they had an RTC or Regional Transportation Committee meeting about a Durapatcher for Pahrump and if we are moving forward with that. Tim Dahl states that at the RTC meeting, they approved the purchase of a Durapatcher. He says that the price has gone up a bit from last year's model, but it will be funded from the Regional Transportation Commission, and we will get a Durapatcher in Pahrump full time. Commissioner Koenig asks when we might get the new Durapatcher, and Tim Dahl says it might not be ready until at least 30 days. Commissioner Strickland asks if the Durapatcher will be durable under any weather conditions.
Down here, we should be able to, down in Pahrump, we should be able to use it primarily year-round.
That's what I thought.
There'll be some times of the year that it's not beneficial for us to use down there, but primarily in Pahrump, we should be able to use that thing year-round in place of cold mix.
Okay, and so in Tonopah, do they have restrictions? They can't use a Durapatcher in the winter, right?
The ground temperature needs, that's correct, yes.
Okay.
The ground temperature needs to be in the neighborhood of 50 degrees and rising.
Right.
So there's a significant amount of time in the northern part of Nye County that we can't use that Durapatcher.
So we can double up at times when we have the better weather up here and go two at a time if necessary.
I think we're going to find that it's not going to take very long at all for us to get the majority of the bad stuff patched, and we won't have to go out and patch it over and over and over again.
Commissioner Blendo finishes the meeting with a comment towards the public.
So it gives me great pleasure to just state, yes, out of the RTC, we did vote to get a new Durapatcher, as we've been discussing for the past couple of months. I believe, and I believe my colleagues believe, that we will be able to get potholes, roads, repairs. We're going to be able to address a lot of the needs that the public is expressing, and we'll be able to do that in an efficient and cost-saving manner with the Durapatcher. That being said, when we do finally get it up and running, Tim, let the 5 of us know, and I believe we'd like to be there. So this way you can keep us all informed. With that, barring anything else from you, Mr. Dahl?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chair, I'd like to...
And Desert Haven Animal Society spoke to county commissioners recently to give their required status report.
On the May 21st Board of County Commissioners meeting, Desert Haven Animal Society gave their monthly progress report. The meeting started off with Commissioner Blundo asking what changes were made to the shelter. Jane Carboni was the first to speak from the shelter and began speaking of the changes made to help better it, including the inmate program, who is helping them with daily tasks such as mowing the lawn, sorting, cleaning up the yard, and more. She talks about the changes of how the cage cards are better presented now for the animals. She says that staff and volunteers have really stepped up as well to make the shelter better. Leah Aldrich takes the mic to talk more about the changes for Desert Haven. She speaks of a change of the board, including the resignation of Ellen Arntz and Tina Trenner, and the welcoming of new board members such as Yvonne Smith, who's had experience dating back to 1989. She has worked with under at least 4 sheriffs and has come to the shelter as an interim manager. Yvonne Smith has even set up a room for them to be able to do in-house, low-cost spray and neuters, and they are searching for a veterinarian for the use of the room for free. The other new board members include a woman named Gail Clampett, who was a retired sergeant from Las Vegas Metro Police Department. And their third and last new board member is a woman named Jessica Sudo, who was there at the meeting to introduce themselves.
I've lived in Pahrump just over a year. I am a 100% disabled veteran. I have several issues that go back, aside from the PTSD. I have a 9/11 related illness. I was the first responder in New York City. But before all that, I've worked with animals since 1995. I'm a retired animal control officer, animal cruelty investigator. I also went down after Katrina. I was in New Jersey. We started a county animal response unit for any type of natural disaster. I have experience in not only animal control and animal cruelty, we did adoptions, we did public outreach, TNR, which is trap, neuter, return for feral cats that can't be adopted into a family environment, and much other type of experience in the animal industry here.
Desert Haven notes that they've had an influx of donations, as in March their donations were around $2,074, while in April it jumped to around $12,587. Commissioner Cox asks about their name due to the fact that she heard it may be changing.
Do you want to know the new name? We're in the process of filing, the DBA and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it's not going to change for a while.
Okay.
Okay? Pahrump Animal Support Society.
Okay.
That's nice.
I think that's to everybody's advantage to kind of start fresh.
Commissioner Cox also asks about how many board members they have, and they respond answering with 5. However, they say they are still looking for more board members, which Commissioner Cox says that she herself can help with. The meeting ends with a unanimous vote.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
More with News 25 on the other side of this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Officers arrested a local man 2 children say not only groped them, but threw a hot smoking pipe at one of them. The Nye County Sheriff's Office has arrested Jesse Wright for child abuse or neglect. According to the declaration of arrest on May 26, law enforcement officers were dispatched to Hardy Lane here in Pahrump in reference to a child abuse call. Upon arrival, they met with 2 female juvenile victims. One of the victims resides at another home on Prospector with her stepfather, who is reportedly the suspect in this case. The other juvenile lives across the street. The children allegedly reported that Jesse Wright had been supervising them and that he had groped them on their buttocks. One of the juveniles who resides with Jesse disclosed that he has been groping her for approximately 3 months. Police say that one of the juveniles said that they walked into the garage that day where Jesse was smoking marijuana, and he told them to leave. There was an argument between the juvenile and Jesse. She then reports that Jesse threw a glass pipe used for smoking marijuana at her, which caused burn marks on her left shoulder and neck area. Police say that they met with Wright, who admitted to all of the statements that the juveniles made, except for the part where he threw a glass pipe at them. Deputies say that they found physical injuries that supported the child's claim. Jesse Wright was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Well, it was hot and very muggy yesterday, but that didn't stop the Pahrump Real Estate Advisory Group from holding a golf tournament fundraiser to benefit a local animal rescue. News 25 caught up with real estate professional Cheryl Hunter.
We had our first annual Pahrump Real Estate Advisory Council Golf Scramble benefiting the Never Forgotten Animal Society. And we raised, I don't know how much money we raised yet, but we did pretty good. We had 42 golfers. We had over 21 donation prizes for our raffles. We did a 50-50 drawing. And I think we did pretty good for our little charity today for our first go-round. I'm really excited. So our winning team was the Nevada Realty team with Tony Carlo and his little group, and they do have a habit of winning. Yeah. But our follow-up team was Trish Rippi's group with, they were combined with Access. So that was kind of fun just to get all the realtors out and combine and get some team spirit going so that we could all get together and see a little something different so that we're not all on the same teams.
Why did you guys decide to do this for Never Forgotten?
Well, they're a good charity. They're just now getting off the ground, and so they're doing some good work. They've had over 300 adoptions in the last 6 months, and we wanted to help them out.
Wonderful. So people can still donate to them all the time, but you're going to be doing this next year?
Absolutely. We're going to give it a shot. It was crazy, but it was a lot of fun, and I think everybody had a great time, and we raised some good money for the group. So, yeah, we're definitely going to give it a go because I think it was a nice out-of-the-norm event for everybody, and everybody was excited to participate.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside on that weather cam and see what we have in store. Look at those skies, just clear as can be. We'll find out more with your weather right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Don here with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 106 degrees and a low of 78. In Death Valley, way up there at 113 and a low of 87. In Amargosa, 102, 72. In Beatty, 97, 70. 86, 57 in Goldfield. Tonopah with a high of 84 and a low of 55. Carson City, 86, 54. Fallon, a high of 88. Fernley, a high of 86, and both with a low of 56 degrees. So now today in Pahrump, our high today was 100 degrees, mostly sunny skies, winds coming out of the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour, our humidity at 11%, and our sunrise at 5:25 this morning. For tonight, mostly clear skies. It's currently 99 degrees outside with a low of 70 expected tonight. Winds coming out of the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour, humidity at 23%, and our sunset at 8:02 p.m. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, all those clouds I talked about yesterday, I guess they wanted to pack it up and go home. The heat was too much for them to handle because now we're expecting nothing but sunny skies throughout the week. We are going to have still some clouds. We're going to have some partly cloudy skies on Friday, Sunday, and Monday, but other than that, we're going to expect some nice sunny skies to accompany our 100-degree weather that we are now having. We're going to be seeing those low 100-degree temperatures all through the week, just at 100 and 102 degrees, but we're going to come out of that on Sunday and Monday where we're going to see highs of 97 and 96. Our overnights, however, they're looking pretty good. Sitting next to all those hundreds, we're still going to be sitting in those low 70s, just around 70 and 74 degrees. So now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, Make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live, even on the go. So now we're going to send it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, I know a lot of you have been really upset about the vandalism that occurred to the memorial plaque for Cassandra Selbach. She passed away at the age of 35 in January from an autoimmune disease. We put a rock and a memorial plaque there in Simpkins Park to honor her and all of her volunteer efforts that she had given to our town. Somebody vandalized it, the porcelain portion with the picture of her and her children. So we're trying to get that replaced. We have a plan in place to try to dissuade people from vandalizing it in the future, but we are looking for donations at this time. I heard back from Awards Plus today. It's going to cost $575 to replace that one portion of that plaque. If you would like to donate, you can drop off a check at Awards Plus and write it out to them, or pay Awards Plus directly in the name of Cassandra Selbach, or you can contact me here at KPVM TV at 775-727-9400, extension 201, and donate directly to that so that we can get that fixed. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio 103.1 FM. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.